Hello everyone. Today I will be giving you a summary of the epilogue and acknowledgments in the book Chasing Lincoln's Killer. The epilogue is about the after stuff. Johnson released the body of Booth to Booth's brother, Edwin, who buried him at Greenmount Cemetery in Baltimore, Maryland. He lies there still, but no headstone marks his grave. Ulysses Grant nominated Stanton to the Supreme Court. Sadly, Stanton died before he could join the court. People in Seward's family died not long after Lincoln was killed. For the rest of Seward's life, he preferred to turn the scarred half of his face away from the camera because of the wounds from Lewis Powell. His family survived the wounds. Harrison Rathbone married, but then he murdered her using a gun and knife, the same weapons Booth carried the night he killed Lincoln. Jones kept the secrets of the pine thicket until almost 20 years later. He told his tale to a writer. He later wrote his own book about his adventures with Booth. Baker also published a book. John Harrison Surratt was eventually tracked down through Canada to Europe, where he served under a false name in the Pope's army. He was chased to Egypt, captured, and in 1867 brought back to America for trial. In 1868, after a trial failed to reach a verdict and charges were dismissed, he was released, a free man. But he earned the reputation of a coward who abandoned his mother to die. Dr. Samuel A. Mudd was imprisoned in Florida, but his sentence was commuted by President Johnson, partly for the assistance during an outbreak of illness in the prison. He returned to his farm in 1869. Before he died in 1883, he confessed to Samuel Cox, Jr. that he had known all along that the injured stranger at his door was John Wilkes Booth. Ford's Theater, restored in the 1960s, after serving as a government office building, lives again as a museum and working playhouse. Presidents come here again to attend plays, but out of respect for Abraham Lincoln, none sits in the president's box. The restoration of the theater was meant as a tribute to Abraham Lincoln. The Ford Theater has also become a memorial to his assassin. John Wilkes Booth did not get what he wanted. Yes, he did kill Abraham Lincoln, but in every other way, Booth was a failure. He did not inspire the South to fight on, prolong the Civil War, or win the battles the Confederate armies had lost. He did not undo the Emancipation Proclamation and revive slavery. And yet we remember Booth to this day. But he is not the hero of this story. The real hero is Abraham Lincoln and the principles for which he lived and died. Freedom and equal rights for all Americans. If Ford's Theater is Booth's place, then across the street there is a memorial to Abraham Lincoln. But many people do not even know it exists. Few people to Ford's cross 10th Street and climb the stairs to the Peterson house. If you go there today, you can walk to the tiny back bedroom and stand in the place where Lincoln's family and friends once stood around his deathbed, bidding him farewell but willing him to continue his unfinished work. Acknowledgments. In paragraph 1, the author's wife, Andrea E. Mays, did a very, very important job in this book. Two chief young readers and advisors, Cameron and Harrison, ages 11 and 9, read Manhunt, adult version of this book, and listened it on audio before making helpful observations and comments. Niece Samantha invited the author to speak to her second grade writing class. In paragraph 3, the Library of Congress, the National Archives, the William H. Seward House, the Surratt Society, and many other libraries and museums In paragraph 4, Richard Abate, author's literary agent. In paragraph 5, friends at Scholastic, the editor, Andrea Davis Pinckney. My own hunt for John Wilkes book began when my grandmother, Elizabeth, a veterinarian of Chicago's legendary and now extinct tabloid newspaper scene, gave a 10-year-old boy the unusual gift of a framed engraving of Booth's Derringer pistol, along with an April 15, 1865 Chicago Tribune clipping, thus triggering the fascination that led to this book. This is in memory of her. The author's sister, Denise's animated spirit and taste for strange historical tales encouraged the author from the start. From an early age, she aided, and abetted my literary pursuits. Finally, the author thanks his parents, Diane and Lynette Swanson. Without their love and generous support over the years, the author could have never written the book Chasing Lincoln's Killer or anything else. There is an important map at the end. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.